Hey, Colin. Just had a chance to finally sit here and look at some of your film from a couple weeks ago, and I want to jump right into it here and focus on, once again, your hands. And things are getting better. I saw on a few of these swings here that the barrel was moving towards the camera, your elbow was moving towards Paul's house, and I think this is the best swing that you had out of the group to show all those elements and how they're moving together. So watch. The boxes are starting points for us as I've drawn on your barrel and on your hands. And focus on your back elbow. I want you to pay attention to your back elbow as I'm sliding through here. Moving up into position. Alright? I don't hate that, but I want you to be careful. I'd rather have the elbow start to move from this position back towards the house. Okay, you get there eventually, right now. Okay, now see how the elbow moves in towards the house now? I'd rather have you start that movement sooner. Okay? Not the end of the world. It is a simple thing to fix. You just got to start it a little sooner. Okay? You're making up for that very well in your swing. You're making a lot of very good contact, and things look pretty good. And here you are as your foot gets down now. And what I want to point out, if you could just start that rowing process a little sooner. So if that elbow would get, if this back elbow would get towards Paul's house a little sooner, what I think what this would end up happening, what that would relate to, I guess, or translate to, it would help you get that barrel a little deeper and make you just a little quicker to the baseball. Okay, and it help you turn, and obviously all these things build on one another, and that would help with more line drives, more power behind the baseball for sure. Nonetheless, though, look how you are as you're tracking this baseball. Okay, everything that we talk about in the legs is there. So that back leg angle changed tremendously. Here you are at start, generally, and look at this angle now. Change. Okay, so this back leg angle looks great. You're soft on that front side, and that's going to change. So everything looks real good here. The shape. I think we talk about a lot about shapes. Everything looks real good. And notice, before we start here, look at your hands and shoulders. This is probably where you've come the furthest along. I remember we had a tough time with this in the early going. And that's a bad circle. Let me start actually with an arrow. This area right there. Look at your hands and shoulders married. They're together. Okay, we've got a good angle on the elbow. Love it. And eyes are out on the baseball, your chin's on that front shoulder, everything looks real good. And you're starting to turn that barrel to the baseball. Okay, and look how deep that barrel path is. But I think it could still be deeper. Alright? It could be a little quicker if that row would start a little sooner. Okay? It's a really good barrel path right there. Alright? So all in all, that phase of your swing looks pretty good. Look at your turn, your belt buckle. Watch how your front leg starts to stiffen up here at contact. Look at that. Okay, everything looks pretty good. The only thing we want to make sure of too is if we can. Okay, so as your angle looks good here, the leg looks stiff, but we should be, and the camera's back a little bit, but that's okay. That knee should push in front of this line. So the knee in front of belly button tilt, and it does a little bit. And you see your back foot gets up off the ground. Okay, but just a little bit more tilt. And again, honestly, with the forward move, that all looks really good. A little bit more of a forward move is going to help you with tilt. Okay, but I would definitely take this where we're at right now. Okay, and with you, Colin, right? The big focus for you right now is just getting you to understand that first part of this swing, and I don't like talking about hands a whole lot, but this first part of this swing, getting you to understand this row motion right here. Don't let this back elbow come up into position. Alright, don't watch how it moves up. Don't let this happen. Don't let this barrel get back here behind your head. We just want that elbow to move towards Paul's house. Okay, obviously it's going to move up a little bit. It's only natural. You want to try to fight that though. Okay, so that's going to be our big focus tomorrow at your lesson. Hopefully you can watch this before you have your lesson. Everything else in the swing, I think you're on par. Everything looks good. One thing that's hard to teach young hitters, watch how that back heel right here, I'll box it up for you. Watch how this, I know when things are going well in your lower half, when your back foot acts as a catch. See how it catches your body? I think that means things are going pretty well, generally. Okay, so we'll sort out, as I let your swing play here on this side view, we'll sort out that hand stuff tomorrow, and we'll talk about it a little more. And man, swing looks pretty good. And then we'll go from there as far as some drill work. But I really just want to get this row sorted out for you. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the front view now and diagnose some of those things there and make sure your stride and timing all looks pretty well. And I've never really taken a look from that angle at you, so we're going to take a look now. Okay.